Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay. So into the moment and into the game.
Let's go. Great 15.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Sheldon Richardson getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Now Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. David Perry able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Doug Pedersen's guys come up empty here on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Second down, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Wide.
On third down, find Diggs. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's Cousins. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Cousins from the gun on third. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Play action now. Cousins looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Wentz to throw on second down. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Everson Griffin in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On play action, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand. Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close. Third and long for Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over. Following the punt with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move. Ball again because you've got them on their heels, or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now a play fake. Wentz sliding out of the pocket. They find some open field here.
Another miss.
On his feet. And he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His 1st miss, no good. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Cousins going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 61 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a jive. Spinning past him. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Rolling to his right. He finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. This is a jive. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On play action, it's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. To throw, it's Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Cousins now on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Michael Bennett in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun. Knight. Buying time to his left. Now he's getting... this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Man 5-7. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
On first down, Wentz. And that was complete to Wendell Smallwood. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Wentz to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free. And brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Again, it's Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A first down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace.
Let's go. Great.
Wentz now on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And when the quarterback drops it,
without a doubt, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
and it's a short kick taken right around the 19. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And out now come the Vikings. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Going with a screen for Murray. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing is Cousins. And right with it here over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Play fake. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Knight escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on first down. Knight steps away to his left. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On play action, they'll throw, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
I'm bringing it to you. What's that?
A final shot before half for Wentz. Now he's going to let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On second down, here's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From midfield, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now it's a jive. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Some defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's a giant. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It'll be a loss of a yard. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, empty.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that was set up. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Matt Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2.
I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now, 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Second down, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run here. It's Moore. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, 3rd down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Let's go, let's go. Listen to me.
First down. Here's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's right. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Listen to me.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Mike Bennett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We're going, let's go. Hey, we're good, we're right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Black, 82.
3rd and goal for Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that set it downs. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And his first carry, he loses the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go. Great. Ram.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz on the bootleg. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On play action, Wentz forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Cousins on 1st down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Carlson able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the three. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And out now come the Eagles. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes
he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. On play action, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now a play fake. Wentz. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. To throw, it's Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. On second down, it's Jones. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Doug Pederson's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They run with Ajayi. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Let's find two.
And they'll run it here. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.